Hey, what is going on, brothers and sisters? My name is Nico, and I'm uploading a video to YouTube every single day so I get better at speaking to the camera. Today, I decided, for some whatever reason, maybe God gave me this idea, I've talked about it in the past, I would like to think about my opinions on college, and now why the heck should you listen to me? I don't know, if you clicked on this video, then you're probably someone that already agrees with me, that agrees with the title, or you're someone who's on the fence. To be completely honest, I don't care that much about you, but I should. So, because I want to get better at speaking, I'm going to try to make it about you, the people who are on the fence about going to college or not. So, if you're on the fence, maybe you are already in college, or maybe you're considering dropping out, or maybe you're in high school thinking about going to college, or maybe you already graduated high school, you're doing your gap year, your parents want you to go to college. First of all, I feel like as if it's though my moral responsibility to tell you to go to college, because the statistics are technically against you. And it's a more of a nuanced, more complicated answer, which I will talk to you about in a bit. But the truth of the matter is, you're more likely to make more money if you go to college. Simple as that. Of course, the statistic doesn't apply to everyone. Maybe you are part of the rare few, maybe it's not even a rare few, I don't know the exact numbers, that will be just fine without college. In my opinion, university's most important feature, benefit, is not the education itself, but rather the experience of it. And no, I'm not talking about going drunk and partying, but it's about fun. I'm not gonna go too deep into this because it shouldn't be that big of a decision factor, but the amount of fun potential and memory potential that you're gonna have is a lot, and not going is a significant trade-off. Alex Hormozy says you either live it up in your 20s and regret. I'm sorry, I tried to make a quote and I completely butchered it and I completely forgot it, but you pretty much have to make a choice. You either work hard in your 20s and lose out on having fun, or you have fun and you sacrifice the future. But of course, there's answers that are in the middle, and not every size fits all. Not everyone is the same whatsoever. I'm going to tell you about what I think, I'm going to tell you about the type of person who I think shouldn't go to college. First of all, if you want to do a trade, you want to be an electrician, a plumber, you want to get into HVAC, you're probably chilling. You don't got to go to college. For sure, the main drawback then is the fun that you're going to have. And by the way, I'm just going to say right now, I condemn drinking and partying. It's not the end of the world, but I condemn it. I'm just going to say it's wrong, and I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, so if you're not going into a trade, then you probably want to have your own business. And this is where it gets a little bit tricky. The odds are stacked against you. It's completely true. But at the end of the day, I believe there's certain things you can do to make it unreasonable that you don't succeed. I don't know. Do you want to be a dropshipper? I think if you dedicate your life to dropshipping for 40 years, don't you think you'll at least make as much money as someone who went to college? Unless you're totally broke, unless you're totally broke and homeless, which I believe if you live in a first world country, it's mostly just mainly possible if you get addicted to drugs, or if something really hits the fan, you're probably going to get a better skill set. You just most likely are. It's unreasonable that if you work at something long enough, for a long enough period of time, that you won't be at least decently successful at it. I've always thought, I used to think, why should I go to college? I don't want to get one of these jobs and it just makes me hate the 9 to 5. The 9 to 5 is good for a lot of people, but I've always thought that I hated the idea. I thought being a car salesman is probably just as fun as being in a 9 to 5. But I've come to change my mind on that. And by the way, you don't need to have a college degree to be a car salesman, and you can make, if you're one of the best, you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if you're average, you can make average money that the average college student already makes. So that's kind of what I believe. You really don't need it. Most people tell me how I'm wrong. Most people who go to college, it's not really a logical decision, but it's most people go to college because that's just the way things are. And I'm not saying that's bad. I'm not saying it's illogical or that it's wrong to go to college, but that's a primary factor driving everyone. It's called social proof. And it's, if you don't think you're influenced by social proof, go watch a video on how important it is, because I'm not speaking about it today. Last thing I'm going to say, I'm going to leave you with one question. Don't you think that if you were to pick up the phone every day and become a cold caller, and you do it for 3 years trying to get better, that you wouldn't make more money than the average college graduate straight off the bat, and improve skills to eventually increase your potential for the rest of your life, your earning potential for the rest of your life? It's unreasonable for you not to. The thing is, just most people aren't willing to, and I'm not here trying to tell you that you're just too lazy. I actually don't believe in free will. I believe it's not up to you. I believe it's totally up to your genetics and circumstances. However doomer that may sound, that's a video for another day. And if you guys disagree, I kind of don't like people disagreeing with me, because it kind of hurts my feelings. Not the disagreement itself, but I get anxious when I look at comments, but I'm getting better. But if you disagree with me, I don't know, maybe we should hop on a call and just talk. We can probably both concede a lot of points and agree on a lot of things. God bless you guys if you believe in love or that all things happen for a reason, and you already kind of believe in God because God is those things, but who am I to know? I'm just a mere little measly human being.